pleasure to create content on this platform. Today, I want to talk about when you accompany a client to a meeting. Now, in the course of your work as a lawyer, there might be situations when you will have to accompany a client to a meeting. What do you do? What is expected of you? What are the hacks, or what are the tricks, or what are the things that you should have in mind, so that you will have a fruitful meeting, and you will not the impression your client will have of you would what increase. Now, before I proceed, I welcome my returning subscribers to this channel. And for you who's watching me for the first time who have not yet subscribed to the channel, I urge you to please do hit the subscribe button and join this wonderful family. Lawyers Infohub is a platform where we share legal knowledge. We simplify it in the most easy form for ease of understanding. We speak to law students, young lawyers, old lawyers, anyone interested in law. We have several contents on the channel that is for you, and we believe if you go through them, you will enjoy being on the channel. Now, getting to our topic today, when you accompany a client to a meeting, what is expected of you? One thing you must know as a lawyer, be you a senior lawyer, a junior lawyer, never accompany a client to a meeting without knowing what the meeting is all about. No matter how uh, urgent the meeting is, still look out for time to meet with the client, sit with the client, or talk with the client before the meeting on what is happening, what is the problem, what is understand his position before you go in for the meeting. It's very important. If you miss this point, you may end up not having a fruitful meeting. You may end up being a spectator in the meeting and not make any meaningful contribution. And most time, you see, before you follow a client for a meeting, know the nature of the meeting. The nature of the meeting determines your dressing. If you know the nature of the meeting, it will determine the way you will dress. The normal slang is, or the normal saying is, you are dressed the way you are dressed. So the nature of the meeting depends on how you will be dressed. Is it a corporate meeting? Is it an informal meeting? Is it a meeting that involves inspection of a land that you have to go into the bush? Is it a meeting that you have to go into a corporate organization? Is it a meeting you're going to a chief house or a king's house? Is it a meeting you're going to informal place? Just first of all, know the type of meeting. Know the essence of the meeting. What is the agenda of the meeting? Many lawyers accompany their clients to a meeting without knowing the agenda of the meeting. You must know the agenda of the meeting, and you and your client must discuss that agenda. What when you understand what the meeting is for, then you now understand what is the position of your client. You can't go for a meeting with your client when you don't know the position of your client with respect to what you are going to be discussing in that meeting. When you know the position of your client, it gives you an idea of how to protect the interests of your client in that meeting. So do not be pressured into going for a meeting when you don't even know the stand of your client. You must always know what is it that your clients want. Even if you may not know all, you may not know everything, because sometimes in a meeting there might be need for compromises. At that point, you may request for an extension of the meeting, or for you people to come back. That way, you will now know what to present to your client, or for you to discuss further with your client to look, okay, this is the compromise we need to make for this thing to work. So you must know why you are there. You must know the stand of your client. If you don't know these things, you may end up siding or inclining towards the side of the other people. And your client will look at you as like, are you a betrayer? Did I bring you here for you to start siding them? So you must truly understand the position, also know the position of your client. That way, it gives you an understanding of how to present yourself as a legal person in that meeting. Most meetings may not really necessarily, require you to speak so much. But when the few minutes you're supposed to speak as the lawyer to the person you're going with, if you have a pre-understanding of what the issue is all about, it gives you an informed position for by which you speak in that meeting as a legal practitioner. You speak with legal knowledge. Most of the time we've seen people, because of over familiarity with clients, they call you, there's a meeting, you're supposed to be there. You go for a meeting, you don't even know what the meeting is all about. You see yourself, begin making, speaking even against the interests of your clients. Another very important thing you must know before you accompany a client to a meeting is, depending on the arrangement with the client, if the client is on a legal retainer, beautiful. But if a client is not on a legal retainer, let that meeting, put your fees before you accompany that client to a meeting. Many lawyers are fond of, after going for a meeting, you now start asking for fee. They will not give you something like a transport fare, more like you wasted 5 hours of your time, 4 hours of your time, 3 hours of your time to accompany someone to a meeting to be given a transport fee fare. So do not reduce the profession by doing that. Rather, what you're supposed to do is that before you embark on that meeting, make arrangement for your professional fee. What is my fee for this meeting? What is my fee for I'm going to spend 3 hours of my time, 4 hours of my time. What is my fee? So negotiate your fee before you leave your office or before you close whatever you're doing for the day to attend a meeting with a client, and get your fee before even the meeting starts. Or let can be an arrangement where half of the money is paid or after the meeting and all that, but negotiate your fee. Don't go without negotiation, so that whatever will be given to you will not be reduced to transport fare. Now, another very important thing you need to do, that when you accompany a client to a meeting, have a writing pad, or you can use your phone to record. Don't just go there moping, looking, and you're not making meaningful contribution. You're not even noting what was being said. Make a note of what was discussed. Why do you need to make a note of what was discussed? Is for you to have a first-hand understanding and remember all that was discussed. Because when you come back, because having your fees being paid, what you're supposed to do is that when you come back from such a meeting, you do a summary of what transpired in that meeting and send to your client. That way, your client is seeing value for the money they have paid you as professional fee. Beyond attending the meeting with them, then you also give a feedback by sending a summary of what transpired. Now, where, for example, there is need for your client to make a decision, and you see that your client have not thought it through, you can, as a legal professional, discuss with those people to give you time for your client to go and come back, or to revert to them on that issue. Do not allow your client to be pressured into accepting things that that may not be too good for your client, or he has not thought it through, or okay, what is his gain, or what is the need for him. So whenever your client is in that situation, or a situation like that comes up in that meeting where your client needs to take a stand, you can also excuse those people. You and your clients can step outside and discuss on one as why is he agreeing to that, or can he agree to that at that moment. Sometimes the client might say, I will need to still discuss with my wife, or I will need to discuss with other directors, or I need to discuss with my son. Sometimes, so being there is for you to guide him not to take or make hasty decisions that will affect him in the near run. Now, if there is need to sign any document in that meeting, it's also important that you proofread it. Most times, in going through a document, it may not be what you need to hurriedly proofread there. You may also request that you be given a copy of that document for you to go through it, then revert back to them. Why is it that you're being carried along in that meeting? So that your client will not make mistake. So you're accompanying your client into that meeting. You should not stand there as a zombie or stand there to just mope. Rather, you must participate in the discussion by giving that your client legal tips, protecting him from anything that will be adverse to his interests. So if there's need to sign a document and you need to go through it, not just go through it hurriedly, you request for time to go through it for your client can sign. That way you're doing your job, you're justifying the professional fee your client is also paying you. Another thing too you need to do is, when, for example, is a client that already have a file with you, or you can open if it's a new transaction, you can open a file. When you get back to the office, you open a file for that client on that transaction. When you are finished typing out the summary of what transpired in the meeting, you send one to the client and you retain one and put it in the file for subsequent, meetings or subsequent things that will come up in that transaction. So you don't lose track of what happened. Sometimes when you accompany a client to a meeting, there might be need for exchange of contacts, exchange of phone numbers, emails. Do not, try and exchange numbers or contact where necessary, not in all circumstances, where necessary. For eventually you want to follow up or you want to make a call or call them for something or let them know, okay, I've gone through the document, you can